Hey, how's it going, everybody? Zoobox. This is a podcast about nonsense. Thanks for showing up. It's just Mike and I here today. So
nobody else.
Nobody else. We're the loyalists, as Mike was saying to us. We're the redcoats, I guess, of Zoobox. So I'm still pretty good. I think I've defeated the large portion of the COVID. I still have a slight itchy throat, but besides that, I'm feeling pretty good. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I was feeling good too. Like today, yesterday was like the first day that I finally felt normal. Well, actually, yesterday I had a big headache, so today is like the first day where I don't really have a cough. Nothing.
I have I can't smell or taste anything really well. Like I think that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I don't even care what I put in my mouth anymore. Like, I just doesn't matter. It's just like, okay.
Do cigarettes kind of taste weird?
Yeah. Really weird.
Yeah.
Like, awful tasting.
I had a smoke, and it was like...
Ugh. Yeah, like chemically.
Yeah.
I feel like that chemical, like, super nasty flavor.
It just kind of felt like not like
COVID's probably... Yeah, COVID's probably here to, like, cure us of all the smoking. Maybe. I hope it doesn't last forever. But then again, maybe I need to stop smoking, Maybe it's a sign.
So it's just been like that for you, and you just keep on. That doesn't bother you?
No, I've slowed. It definitely bothers me. I've slowed down considerably. Like probably a magnitude of at least 5. I've had probably like 4 a day or something.
Because it's not as enjoyable.
Yeah, and I also took a break. Like I was just don't want to smoke as much, so I'm only buying like a pack at a time instead of like a carton, just to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because when you have a whole carton, you can just chief them all day. You
don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's no threat of it just going out. But when you have one pack, it's like, oh, I better, conserve this as much as possible. But hey,
yeah, like the method I kind of used to quit smoking back in the day. Yeah, I will have smokes every once in a while, but what I did is I just put numbers on every day, and then I eventually got down to like 2 a day, and I would have one in the morning with like my coffee, and then I would have that second one whenever I got like an iced coffee in the afternoon or something, because I used to get a lot of iced coffees in the afternoon.
There really is nothing better than cigarettes and coffee.
Yeah, it's the best thing.
It is. It is like
the best thing.
Dude, I love waking up sunrise. It's coming up, and you got your good cup of Joe, and you're ripping on a dart, just having a good time. Like, the world is so peaceful. It's just you, the dart, and a cup of coffee and the sunrise. I love it.
It's the best, especially in the cold.
No,
I like it in the cold in like a car or like driving to work or something. It's like 6 a.m.
Yeah, no, like I'll tell you this much, dude. Like I spent a lot of time in Wyoming, about 5 years, and dude, you had to be a madman to want to smoke like out there, because some spots the only place you could smoke like was outside. It's just like only, so it'd be -15, -20 with a wind chill of like negative to like -40. So you're out there like, you see the crackhead at Walmart just fucking chiefing it down, like that's what you look like. You're like,
yeah, but in the car, because you got the heat.
Yeah.
So in the car it's nice to smoke when it's cold out.
Dude, I was such a rebel. Like, I guess this isn't really like a rebel thing. I'm not gonna say it like that, but you're not allowed to smoke in Humvees or in government vehicles. I always did. Always. Like, I didn't care, because like they want to keep them clean, or whatever.
Yeah, but I thought those things were kind of like
the Humvees always were looked at like whatever. But if you're like they're called 6-packs, like basically Chevy trucks. They have upholstery and stuff. Like,
to the Humvee, they probably don't hold the smell that good, because there's like probably not much to hold it.
It's nothing. It's metal. It's just metal. And a lot of dicks, lots of penises everywhere. Like, people carve them into everything, dude. Dicks
you mean everywhere. Literally, like people drawing them?
Oh no, like literally dicks. It's just like, I remember one time we get it like, somebody somehow found, I think the commander was doing a vehicle inspection, and he looks into the vehicle and there's just dicks like all over the place, from years. Years of people carving it into the steering wheel, which is made out of plastic, and like just dicks everywhere. Dude, we had this giant recall over dicks. Like they put out guidance saying no more dicks, like on the no more phallic imagery in the vehicles, da 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 da. And it's like, dude, you're bored, you're alone, you're there for 12 hours. Like sometimes you just draw a dick. Like it's just
I never understood why people would draw them like in a public restroom though, or like people write shit on walls in public restrooms. Like
I never got that either.
In and out in 2 seconds. Like what the fuck you doing by the urinal drawing something?
I guess if you're taking it. Oh, the urinals. That's always
you see them. You see them in there.
I can understand taking a shit. Like you might have a little bit more time. You can like say fuck it. Like I got a Sharpie on me for whatever reason.
No, the urinals is always right where your head is, so you can like see it, and it's like either there'll be like a big dick, or they'll be like call this number to get a blowjob or something.
Yeah. Oh man, guys are weird like that. I don't know. I don't think females are like that as
Probably
much.
Not. But I just don't understand like why like somebody's in there with a knife or something like doing that like.
Yeah, I'll never understand it myself. I mean, have I ever drawn a dick? I actually know this. This is actually really funny. Like it's called the long watch. It's what you do when you're security or you're a police officer, right? Like it's a long night. It's a lot of boredom. So like in a lot of these areas, you can't have your cell phone. You can't, depending on where you are in the world, you probably don't have access to internet. Yada yada yada. Even if you could have your phone. So like a lot of guys, I know a lot of dudes have had to resort to some extreme, like, extreme measures to get off on shift, like on post. Like, dude, you're alone sometimes for like 12 hours straight. Like no one comes and sees you. You're just sitting there looking at a wall. You're sitting in a fucking.
So why can't you just use your imagination?
No, of course, yeah, but just maybe that's not enough or whatever. But like I knew this one guy. So like there was, long story short, he was just had to sit in this Humvee for a very long time all by himself, and it was completely dark. So he pulls out his flashlight. He's really tired. He doesn't want to fall asleep, so he draws a naked woman on a piece of paper, and he just beats his meat to it, like just to stay awake. Like that's like. Because if you get caught, if you get in trouble, you get really big trouble for sleeping. So some people found ways
doing that.
Sleeping, depending on who you get caught by. Oh, if you get caught
the carrot.
Yeah. Oh, I know a dude. I know a guy. This is true. Oh my God, I'm sorry I'm talking about this, but there's a lot of jerking off stories in the military because pretty bored, especially in our line of work. But there was this really weird kid, this super weird guy, Mike, and I mean like. Ugly, short, disgusting mustache, just big, like these really weird looking glasses. And he was probably 5'5" or so, 125, 135 pounds, like not a big man at all. And long story short, everyone's like, hey, we're going to go inside this building. We'll be back, we're just going to go hang out. And he's like, oh, I'm going to hang out here. So this kid, and I don't even know if I should say his name.
Well, don't say his name.
I'll give him a nickname. His name, let's call him Lisky. Okay. So Lisky, and like, so he's actually got a cell phone. He's not supposed to have it. It's a restricted area, and he's texting his wife, who's like a 350-pound African American woman, like this big old lady. Like he's this little dude, and she's just this massive person. Like, I mean, it was comical when you would see them like together. You'd be like she could crush him. She literally could. Like, she could swallow him. Like, just envelop him. Like, her boobs could just wrap around him, and I bet they did that. But so like they're sexting while he's at work, and he's jerking off. He's got his headphones in, and she's sending him videos.
Oh boy,
all sorts of stuff. And one of those dudes I used to work with, we'll call him Courtney Cox. So Courtney Cox says, "Oh fuck, man, I forgot something in the vehicle. I gotta go grab it." And he goes around. And you gotta remember, these Humvees are pretty big, right? But they're already kind of insulated from sound. Like, I mean, if you have headphones in, like, you're not just gonna hear someone walking up. Like, these are loud. They're running. Blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? They're diesel. So they're moving. And are they diesel? No, I can't remember. Doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure they are. Sorry if I can't remember right now. But so he looks in the back window and he sees this dude just cranking it, and he goes and gets everybody, and they all come out and they're all looking at this guy cranking it, and then he splooges into his canteen, right? And then the E6, the tech sergeant, comes out. We'll call him the son of rap. And he's like, we're going to do a gear check. So they're doing a gear check. You know, this can happen. It does happen. It can happen sometimes. And they're doing a gear check, and he goes, all right, everybody, you know, take your canteen out. We're going to do a test. We're going to check to see how, you know, you're going to test your water out. So, like, he makes, like, everyone unscrews their cap, and he took a swig. Dude. Since he took a swig, I don't think he got in any trouble. Actually, I think he did still get in trouble.
Yeah, but you could just put it up and then not take a swig, just like
I know,
mouth and block it.
You could.
And pretend that you took a swig.
You could. But yeah, dude, there's been some...
That's friggin' messed up.
Yeah, well, don't jerk off into your canteen, dude. That's like rule number one.
Why not just do that into like somewhere else?
On the floor. Or whatever. Listen, I've jerked off at work before. I have. Yeah, like definitely.
I've never jerked off at work.
You've never been that bored. I guarantee you. Dude, Mike, I'm talking like 4 a.m. You haven't seen someone in like 6 hours, and you're just staring at a building. You're sitting in a shack that is no bigger than the space that I'm kind of like just sitting.
They don't have video cameras?
They do. It's stupid. I don't want to get into the security measures, but it's stupid. And oh my God.
No,
man.
They don't have security cameras on you.
I mean, no, not on you. Not necessarily. I mean, like, if I don't think they wouldn't be able to see anything. They wouldn't be able to. It's just too dark. You know what I mean? Like, it just, especially, it's only for at night, that position, or the weekends. But yeah, dude, just crazy times. And yeah, like, you just get bored, dude. You get super bored, and you're just looking at a building, and you're just like, you're nodding off. You can't have books. Can't read books either.
What? Why?
Only Air Force approved reading material.
What's that?
Like regulations and Air Force enlisted structure. Like official Air Force stuff. So like
that stuff will make you want to go to bed.
Yeah, it's not very. But see, that's how I got so good at regulations, is because I would get in trouble a lot, and I would have to work that post like quite frequently, the bad boy post. And like there was one time I had to spend like it was like basically a whole week there, almost, like, or at least 3 days, a whole weekend. Like it was just so boring. The people don't come and talk to you. Like they drive by in the Humvee, and you're like, "Hey man, hey," like, you know, just talk to me, man. And then you're just like God. Good times.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but hey, it's a little fun backstory there. But anyway, man. So how you been this week?
I've been good, man. I'm pretty much over like COVID now, so it's kind of good.
Yeah, I mean,
I have no more symptoms. Finally,
take that stuff. Do you think it worked okay? Like, you've been sticking to the protocol?
Yeah, I'm not done with the protocol. I got to take it on Sunday, and then 1 week after, and then I'm done.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, and even if it didn't help with this one, like, it just will help with a number of things.
Yeah, it can't be. I mean, like you said, it's not going to hurt you. And there's a lawsuit going on in California right now, where a bunch of doctors are coming out and basically saying that California government was telling them not to treat people, like just telling them just to put them on ventilators, which is basically death for most people.
So why? I don't understand why they don't want this medicine out there. Because of the whole money thing? Is that why?
Who knows?
Is it just because people can't make money off of it?
Well, if you put someone on a ventilator, then that gets the hospital more money. Like, if you have to do certain, you know what I mean? Like, it gets
from
the hospital.
State?
from the government, yeah, from the
Federal
federal
government?
yeah, federal government. So they get a lot more money, and that's something that's a very serious issue. That's something that should have. I don't know how how people didn't think that could be abused, and to think that these people, these managers of hospitals, like, or whoever, they care about human life. I'm not saying all of them don't, but I also do believe there's a lot of people that don't really care about human life. That's just me.
And I just think, at the end of the day, these are like businesses, like people trying to make money.
Yeah, it's not smart to mix money with, because that's the thing is like this COVID treatment stuff, I mean, Brett Weinstein, Dr. Pierre Corey get into it very extensively in the original on the Dark Horse about how they were not treating people. Like they weren't actually treating people. They were just saying, if you get really bad, come back. And that was it. Like they weren't actually looking for alternative, cheaper cost preventative measures, preventative medicine.
Huh.
So I don't know, man. I'm not a doctor. I know that I got it. Yeah, it was okay. Like I drove home not feeling too great, like when I went to the gas station, I just got gas, and I left. I didn't stop really anywhere, but I just sit there and go, yeah, dude, like it's real, but like I just don't have anything else to really say about it besides I have my right to be vaccinated or not be vaccinated at this point, and it's up for me to determine my future, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah, and I just don't understand why we're still on COVID.
Well, dude, this Delta variant stuff. Listen, I really do. I don't even know if it's worth talking about because one, why even give it time of day? It's really that over for me. I'm so sick of it. I'm so over it. People need to speak up in their local communities. I think we need to get back to more of a localism form of self-governance. And if you look at the history of policing in America, like I've been reading a lot about this stuff, and go listen to the Michael Knowles has his podcast, and they did like a 50-minute or so conversation back and forth today. And I'm telling you, dude, like when you listen to someone who knows history, like Michael Malice, like Michael J. Knowles, and they go tit for tat, and they really do know things that like you just blows your mind. These are historians. Even Michael Malice or Michael Knowles who's like a right-wing conservative ultra guy, like he's Catholic, but like he's just not he doesn't like Mitch McConnell or any of those guys, but like he is even leaning towards like anarchy in a sense. Like he's even like this is some like I think a little bit. He even leans to it like where it does kind of make sense.
I just don't understand why people just don't want freedom.
Yes.
But
Agreed.
even like I don't understand this. Like, why don't people just want freedom and liberty? Like, why do people?
Yes, and this is why I got so upset during the gun debate stuff we were having a few weeks ago. Like, I got so frustrated that you guys were so afraid of freedom, other people's freedom. Like, your response to seeing a guy walk down the street with a gun is the same response that some people feel with us having somebody not wear a mask. It's the same exact irrational response. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
Like freedom is dangerous. It's supposed to be. Because if freedom is safe, then that's not freedom. That's being a slave, being a servant to somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just
It's tough. I know
it's what you mean. But like you're saying right now, like I just want freedom. Absolutely. That's where you need to be. You're there. You just want anarchy is freedom. Anarchy is complete freedom from anybody being able to tell you, Michael Germain, what to do.
Yeah, I'm just very lucky that where I live. I'm honestly just like looking at these other
you're
states.
a Florida man now.
Yeah, I'm just even though I want to move out of here because I just don't like the what do you call it, like the geography, but yeah, I'm just very happy that I'm free though, almost not all the way, but
as
more
free as you
free.
can be in America today. You're
Which is
probably in the
crazy.
freest state. Yeah, you're in the freest state. I would say we'll see how Alabama responds to some of this. Not a lot, because like, I can play it real quickly. This is CDC, the director of CDC, who a year ago, if you don't know, was a college professor. Just to let you know, a year ago she was a college professor. Now she's in charge of the CDC. Like, this is how crazy it is. Put there by the Biden administration. So,
well, yeah, but was she qualified?
who gets to determine who's qualified, right?
No,
That's
I
the
know,
thing.
but what's wrong with her being in there if she was a college professor?
The most evil institutions besides the government is the education system. Those are the most evil people. They create all the worst things in society as far as ideas. Now, technology, things that practically work, hey, like those are great. Plumbing, all that stuff made by very smart people. You name any type of technology. But when it comes to ideas, I don't necessarily agree. So this is
working exceptionally well.
okay. So this is her. This is CDC director just today. I'm going to hit play. I'm going to let people listen to it. Oh my God, communism.
They're not going to let you play that, Dad.
Yeah, they will. This is CNN. Take it up with CNN.
Okay, CNN. Here we go.
Working exceptionally well. They continue to work well for Delta with regard to severe illness and death. They prevent it. But what they can't do anymore is prevent transmission. So if you're going home to somebody who has not been vaccinated, to somebody who can't get vaccinated, somebody who might be immunosuppressed or a little bit frail, somebody who has comorbidities that put them at high risk, I would suggest you wear a mask in public indoor settings.
So even if you've been vaccinated, they're saying?
Yep. Now listen, so basically, they are admitting right now, and listen, this is what I said before. Everyone, August 11th, if you're lucky enough to listen to this episode before, I believe some announcement will be coming from the White House that is going to be some sort of, try to enforce some sort of lockdown. You're going to test, it's going to really test.
I thought they're not going to do that now because of all the blowback.
Well, Jen Psaki said that, but listen, we also have to remember they are not going to be the ones to do it. They're going to get guidance from the CDC. Then they're going to go, listen, we listen to the experts here. It's not us doing it, it's the CDC. See what I mean?
Yeah, I see it, yeah.
So this statement by her saying that, like, the vaccine does not stop transmission. It does not stop transmission. So now they're saying, listen closely, that is it's predictive programming. They're getting set up to be the fall guy. So Jen Psaki comes out today and says, we don't believe in shutdowns. We're not doing that again. And they look strong. They look like they believe America's moving forward. And then they're going to drop the bomb. This is the first mini bomb, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But this is going to be another way they can reinforce vaccine mandates, reinforce, vax passes in cities like we're seeing in New York City. And they're going to use it all under what's
going on in other countries?
They're just as bad.
Like China has a vaccine.
Oh, they don't. There is no, Michael. They don't have rights. Those people don't have rights.
Well, is any country like free now? Like, are any countries letting their people do whatever they want? Like in the sense
Sweden,
of like,
it's like Switzerland never. I think it's Switzerland or Sweden. One of them never shut down. Period.
They never shut down, but are they like forcing people to get like a vaccine?
I don't know. I'm not aware. The only thing I've seen is, I mean, honestly, mandates, mandatory.
Well, how's
stuff.
Mexico doing?
I don't know exactly how they're doing right now. I don't know. The only thing they're talking about with Mexico and like Bolsonaro and Brazil and stuff, I think, is like he's trying to be a dictator or something. I have no idea. This is the problem. Like, Tucker Carlson just went to what country is it? Hungary. And Hungary has a very strict no open border policy. No immigration, virtually none, almost zero. And they dominated in their last election. They're up for re-election now. They have a bunch of far left radical donors are coming in trying to uproot the president there. They basically rejected the entire European Union liberal immigration policy model. And they've rejected it entirely. Like, we're not doing that. Basically, what happens if someone jumps their border, they walk them out.
Oh, okay.
They're like, get out. You're not our business. Go through a proper port of entry and try to seek asylum. And they have some of the lowest. And this is the thing is we got to be very careful of ultra nationalist people too. And it's a tough situation. And it's we look at our southern border, 1.2, 1.5 million people have been knowingly. This is the people that we know that we've come in contact with at the border as the United States government with Border Patrol and ICE. It could be even more than that. I mean, we're probably talking. I would say it's over 2 million easily. Easily
come over.
That has already this year. 1.2 million people have been taken.
So the wall's clearly not working.
Well, the wall's not finished for one. Two, it's a tough thing we got going on there, man. I don't know what the right answer is anymore. I don't know. But you can look at Hungary. People call them fascists. People call them a dictator, the guy that's the president over there.
No, but why are they calling them this? What are they doing?
Very strong borders.
How are they with their people with COVID?
They're ultra Christian. I'm not really sure how they did. That wasn't even on the topic, honestly. I'm not sure. I think I don't know. I don't even want to speak on it because I don't know.
And why are all these big corporations?
But Americans are moving there to Hungary.
They are.
Yeah, because they're ultra Christian Catholics, a lot of Catholics, Christians.
Okay.
And it's called Western something Central.
Well, hey, we know
Europe.
somebody that could go there. His wife's Hungarian.
Yeah, they're ultra Christian there. They're ultra nationalists.
They can move. She could get probably citizenship.
Something.
Well, she probably already has citizenship.
But this is the thing. This is what some people have to understand, and this is something that I'm going to tell you. I don't know if it's gonna be good there. You got to understand. Hitler was ultra nationalistic. Every major dictator ever was super nationalistic, to a psychopathic degree. Hitler was such a nationalist that he wanted to expand. He wanted everyone to be Germany.
Yeah.
Right? He was you will all be Germany. And it's just kind of no, I'm fucking Poland, bro. Don't kill me. It's really crazy. It can be some dangerous stuff. We have some really dark forces working against us in America right now. I think the Republican Party is a joke. I think the Democrat Party is a joke. I think there's probably 99% of people that work in politics are awful people. And they're not serious people. That's just my belief.
Yeah, well, it's a game for them. But I don't understand why all these corporations are going along with this, too. If I was a CEO of a corporation, why is it in my interest to go along with all this? And
cheap labor isn't one of them. I've heard that's kind of.
What do you mean cheap labor? For what do you mean?
Well, you
why
don't
is
have
it
to
in
pay a minimum wage.
Why is it in my interest as a corporation to just follow all these guidelines and make my employees do if I was a CEO, why would I just be no, we're not doing that. There's no mask here if you don't want to wear a mask. And then if you don't want to come here, then don't come here. But none of my people will have to wear masks.
Very simple. It's very simple.
Unless they want to.
Why is the NFL a private or a public organization?
I think it's private.
I think it's public.
Oh, I don't know.
Right? Because aren't all the stadiums built with like public money, like by cities and
They can be, yeah, they can.
yeah, I know they can be, right? I'm not saying I know exactly, but there is some like why like the NFL, why do they never pull down people's videos? Like you can make a compilation video from NFL films, like none of that stuff is ever copyrighted. I think there's some legal public stuff going, you know what I mean? You know,
Is the UFC public or private?
it's private company. But
I don't
you
know
know
what the
that's,
NFL is because like
because-
Jared Jones paid for like 80% of his stadium.
yeah, but that 20% came from the public. I think it's
Yeah, it came from
Manda-
taxes.
I think it's mandatory that the NFL has made partnerships with like the government, basically, and that's where this is what the problem is when you get a unified. Benito Mussolini said, "Fascism is not the right name. It should be called corporatism because it's the merger of government and corporate powers." So like they merge them. Benito
Well,
Mussolini.
that's what it seems like is happening.
And it is. That is true fascism according to Benito Mussolini, which actually the word fascism was created for. And he called it corporatism. That's what he believed was the proper term because you're merging state and private corporation power together and you get corporatism. And so something like the NFL, which does take money from the government, whether it's local governments and or federal government, subsidies, grants, donations, whatever they are, they have to follow certain rules, like they do. So, like, it's not illegal in the United States to discriminate. Like, a private organization can be racist. They can be. They can discriminate against people. A private organization that is only open to who they choose to let in, right? It's kind of like the Black Panther Party is a private organization, let's just say, and they say no white people are allowed. That is not technically discrimination because it's a private entity. When you get into a public entity, when
I
you
thought the public was just you could trade.
no,
Like, people could buy shares and stuff.
that well, no. So like you can have like you could start the Germain freaking the Germain Hunting Club. It's a private hunting club, and you take people out hunting. You can deny people for any reason that you want because it's your private club. It's your private. The government can't come in and say you have to let this type of person in your club. Let's say you don't want atheists. It's a Christian-only hunting club, right?
Yeah.
You don't want atheists. Well, you can do that if it's private. But if it's a public hunting club, it's open to the public. Anybody can come. Basically, you're saying, come one, come all, we're going hunting. And then an atheist shows up and you go, you're not allowed to be here. And they're going to go, but it's open to the public. And they're going, no, I don't care, get out. They can sue you for discriminating against them of the religious freedom or whatever. Or Title 7, Title 9, whatever one it is. So the NFL, technically, I believe it is partly public, and I think you're right. If it is traded publicly, that might make it a public company. I think you're right. I think you may be correct.
Yeah, when a company goes public, it means that you can buy stock in them.
Yeah, I just don't know what it means as far as discrimination practices.
Yeah, I don't know
law.
any of that stuff.
I don't know corporate law like that, but
they have labor laws and stuff.
And that's the thing. Labor laws a lot of the time hurt people too. Like, think about like the minimum wage. Do you think the minimum wage is a good idea?
Well, I can see how it is and it isn't in some situations.
Well, think about this. Do you know Walmart was against minimum wage for like a long time?
Probably because they wanted to pay their workers less.
Well, right, of course. Do you know what they realized?
What?
Well, they go, shit, we need to support minimum wage. So they did. Can you guess why?
Because that's all they have to pay when that's all they have a bar just to pay them, so they know.
Well, there's both that's true, but mainly for one reason. They know they can take the hit, and the small guy can't. The small guy can't raise his wages by $2. The small company just can't do it. And they're like, what? We'll lose over the course of the next maybe 10 years, let's say $1 billion in profits. Let's just say 10 years we'll lose $1 billion in profits, but now we're knocking down our competition with assistance from the government. The government gets to come in and crush the little guy and crush them and make them pay more.
Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, like
the 40-hour work week hurt them too.
Yeah, I mean, like the worker. I mean, like the minimum wage is $7.25 right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's like not a lot of money to pay somebody in the current state that we're in.
Whoever said minimum wage is supposed to be to live off of?
No, it's not. But it's not to. But $7.25, like you can't do. It's not even like you. You really need like $20 to live off of an hour.
So who set the standard though? The government did, and now the minimum wage has been stuck there since I think 2006 or something.
What, at $7.25?
Yeah, it's been there for a long. It might be before that.
No, it's well maybe, but I thought it was 2006.
When I started working at 16, it was like $7.25. So
okay.
Almost 14 years later.
Yeah,
roughly.
So it should go up.
It should, but who has to pass it? Congress.
Yeah.
And this is the dangers of over legislating of the state, because when you let the state now gets to control for everyone across the country the price they can get paid, maybe in New York City you could get paid more.
Dude, I saw at McDonald's when the first time I went on vacation this year, everybody was hiring. Like everybody's hiring right now.
Oh yeah.
And like McDonald's is paying like $12 an hour right now because nobody wants to work. Like I see signs for McDonald's like out in public and on Indeed, because I still get like Indeed and stuff, and it's like $12 an hour.
I was listening.
Walmart's like 15.
Timcast was had Papa John's, the pizza guy, like the founder of Papa John's. He said he knows a pizza maker, a pizza shop guy that has to pay $35 an hour to 2 cooks.
So what's wrong with that?
That's awful. What do you mean?
Yeah, but why? Yeah, but don't you want that?
No, you don't want that.
I know, but
you want to pay fucking $40 for a pizza, Michael?
No, I'm saying this though. I'm saying that the minimum wage is $7.25, but he's being forced to do that because the workers are saying, "Hey, you're not paying us enough, so we're not going to work." So he has to pay them.
Yeah. No, nobody will work. What are you going to do when you start a business, and you have to start out paying your people $35 an hour?
If that's what I have to do to run it, then that's what I got to do.
Mike, you're not going to be able to hire anybody.
No, I'll find people to hire.
For $35 an hour?
No, I'm not going to have to pay them that much because that's not the job that I'm hiring to do is that much.
Michael, the people make pizzas. I don't think anybody was getting paid $35 an hour to make pizzas.
I know, but if the workers are saying you need to pay us more and then they do this, what can you do about it?
No, the guy started out $20, $15 an hour, $20 an hour. No one was getting hired. 25, 30, 35.
So how come no one wants to work for him?
I don't know why his particular situation, Mike, but I'm just saying, for a guy to have to pay people $35 an hour, 2 people, to cook pizzas, that is a serious sign that people aren't willing to work. And for whatever it is, maybe it's the increased wages, the increased, from like the unemployment checks. I'm just saying, it's a guy who's trying to start a business.
I know, but the unemployment checks have stopped, haven't they?
No, they're still going.
What do you mean?
They're still going. Not some states have stopped them, yeah, but not all of them.
I thought that's all over with.
No, in California, they did their own version now. They're doing their own version. They're just giving out money. Because Gavin Newsom's trying to get, reelected because of the recall.
Well, that's a problem, but in Florida, I don't think they give you that anymore.
Yeah, I think Ron DeSantis might be one of the people that canceled it. But I'm just saying, dude, like, people were getting paid at the pandemic. My neighbors, he wasn't paying his rent because he couldn't be evicted because of the eviction moratorium. And he went from making maybe $300 every week, maybe that much, to like $900 a week.
Yeah, from the government.
Yeah.
But how long did that last for now?
For a year.
A whole year?
Yeah, dude, they were killing it, bro. They were chilling. Like, and I mean both him and his brother. Two people living in the same house.
Wow,
They wouldn't even
making a
pay
lot of
rent.
money.
They wouldn't pay rent. They moved out into their grandmother's place because they're like, dude, we're making too much money, dude. Like, we don't want to blah, blah, blah. Like, and I was like, well, all right, you know? And you know, I could have got unemployment when I got out of the military. I decided not to take it because I knew I was, you know, gonna get compensated in other ways. I was the only person on my block that from my landlord that was paying rent.
Wow.
And like, listen, the workers want to demand more money. Demanding $35 to work.
Then don't hire him, Dan.
No, listen to me. I understand, but you have a business to run. I'm with you. I'm not saying like the guy, but it's because of the policies of the government that he has to.
What state is this guy in?
I have no idea. I'm not. All I'm saying is like I don't care. The government is who put this guy in this position to have to pay someone $35 an hour. The workers didn't demand it. That means the guy had to pay them $35 an hour to be equal or make more than what the government were paying.
Is that what he's saying in that situation?
Yes.
Well, then, yeah, that sounds right. If they're making like $900,
they're not demanding the money. That's just what. Yeah, you know, like, oh my God, dude, you're killing it. You're killing it. You're chilling.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of fucking money. I mean,
yeah.
I don't blame people for taking it. Like, I mean, the guys that lived next to me could barely pay their bills before. They were dirt poor. COVID was a godsend for them. It was a godsend. As far as like he didn't have to work anymore and he could fucking rake in the dough. And I don't blame him because his job was awful. They were treating him like garbage. It was a really good thing for him.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like when I'm about to start a company here, I want to pay my employees pretty decent anyways. Like I don't want to just treat them like crap.
Uh-huh.
But like my whole goal is I'm not going to take that much from the company.
Yeah, for you personally, yeah.
Yeah, because I want to grow it. I want to make it like big.
Listen, my buddy is started his own company. And it's a dirt moving company. Like they lay dirt for buildings and stuff. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it. He moves dirt and stuff. He does all this stuff. And he's like, dude, the government regulates it so much. He's like, I have to pay an environmental tax. Like, I have to pay this tax. I have to pay this. He's like, they make it so difficult to grow. He's like, if I didn't have to pay all this extra money, I could have doubled the size of my business already. And,
yeah,
you know,
that's a big problem with taxes. I mean,
well, not just for that, regulations, licenses, contracting, bullshit with the state. I mean, you're going through it now. I mean, you could build me a house.
Like Dan, in the state of Florida, which is like ridiculous, any job over 2,500, you have to get a notice of commencement. So you have to have a notary, like notarize it, and it's like this whole thing. It's just like all this unnecessary paperwork, where it's like you don't need to get it. Like a lot of other states don't do this because both parties sign the contract, so it's a legal document. Why do you have to have a notary notarize it? And if, you know, and it's only like $2,500 is a lot, but it's not like that. You know, it's not like it's like a freaking $30,000 project or a bill or so. I could see like,
but you have to pay the notary, right?
What?
You have to pay the notary, right?
Yeah, but it's like $10. But that's not the point. But the point is just you have to go through the hassle of doing all of it just to.
So what bothers you more, the hassle or the fact that you got to pay $10?
It's just a hassle.
So just
because
a hassle.
$10 is not that much.
Yeah, but think about how many people have to. That's why they make the bar so low, and that's how they siphon more money out of your pockets that goes into the state.
Yeah, well, but you could like some companies actually, like the people that will write up the estimates or contracts or bids, whatever you want to call them, will be the notarizer as well.
Listen, man.
But it's just like this whole paperwork, like all this paperwork garbage you got to do to get something rolling when you don't really need it notarized for that much money.
I agree. I mean, and the thing is, it's a damn shame that they do this because like the big business guys don't give a shit. They're already there.
Yeah, they're there.
You know?
They're because they're not in the day-to-day stuff. A lot of those guys.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about it. They're just like, oh, okay.
Well, and that's the thing though, is like we have over-regulated our system. I think over-regulated it to such a degree. Like you were talking about the dog stuff, and you're like, dude, like it's fucking nuts. Like it is nuts. It's ridiculous. And we need to remember, I think, as Americans, that this is not what it's supposed to be. Like, you know, this is the America we've designed, and it's an ugly America, and we could do better. But, you know, you don't have to be pro-America to love America, you know? Like, not everything America does is good. Not everything America does to its people or people outside of its borders are good. The policies aren't always good. There's a lot of things that are just fucking jacked up right now, and we got a fucking goddamn dementia patient in fucking running our country, quote unquote, running our country. You know,
this is something I was thinking. Who do you think is going to run next term?
Dude, I don't know. I know Trump's going to run. DeSantis,
how do you know that?
He's going to run.
Yeah, but I don't even want somebody like Trump. I would rather have like DeSantis run. I like him better than Trump.
I think people know that too, and I really do believe. You got to understand this is going to be interesting. If you know, I don't know if I'll even vote this next time, but if Trump runs, DeSantis isn't running, but DeSantis might be his VP. That might happen. That will probably, because it's not going to be Pence.
Pence fucked up. Pence betrayed him.
Yeah, well, Pence didn't just betray him or whatever you want to call it. Like, Pence is too soft. He's too much of a softie. I think if, like, you know, you want to talk about like a gangbang scenario, like if you're looking at like government, like will DeSantis and Trump be able to drain the swamp? No, but there is no way to drain the swamp because the institution is the swamp. It needs to be torn down and rebuilt. That's what needs to happen.
Are they already saying this? Are
No.
they saying that? So why do you think DeSantis would take a backseat to Trump?
He has to.
Why?
Because Trump is the movement right now. DeSantis is definitely the guy. He is the first round of the draft. That's
but nobody wants Trump anymore.
First pick. No, people still want Trump, Mike. People are fanatical about Trump still. Like, Mike, he's coming to Coleman County, Alabama, which is like an hour from me. I might go just to see what it's like.
No, I know that, but
you want to come with? You want to rip?
I don't know if I can. When is it?
You want to rip?
No, I started in the group thing.
It's 21st
of August.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely could not do that because I got my last day of my test on the 20th, and then Maritza and the kids start school on the 22nd.
Right.
I mean, on the 23rd, I think it's a Monday. But here's the thing. If you were given a choice between DeSantis and Trump, I know there's a lot of Trump supporters, but a lot of people are voting for Trump. There's obviously a big number of Trump supporters, but there's also a lot of people just vote for Trump because they're Republican and they don't want the other side. And he's the better option. If
you want me to put my Republican tactical hat on, like what, you would never do that. You would never split the ticket. Are you insane?
No, I'm not saying you would split the ticket, but why would you?
Because Trump is the party right now. Dude,
but you don't think DeSantis would take over once? Okay, but that's just once one of them takes over and is the party. Let's say DeSantis takes the party, right? Wouldn't all the people that wanted to vote for Trump would just vote for DeSantis anyways, and then DeSantis would pull more people from the center?
Yeah, that would be smart. Trump is a radical. I don't know. Listen, if Trump runs, DeSantis, he might run against him for a little while, but it will only be to testing ground to see if he's going to be VP. Listen, DeSantis posted one of the reporters yesterday asked Joe Biden. She went, "Oh, like, did you hear about Governor DeSantis? Blah blah blah." And he goes, "Governor who? Who's that?" Like, doesn't know who he is. DeSantis hit back at him today and said, "Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't know who I am. He probably has forgotten a lot of things." Dude, that video's got like million, like in a day, like a million views on that one little clip. Like he
Of
is
DeSantis or Trump or Biden?
of DeSantis, like smacking him back. Like people are making fun of Biden. And like they're scared of DeSantis, dude. That's why they're gonna come at him so freaking hard about this Delta variant. They're using COVID again as a political tool. This is all politics. It has nothing to do with your or my safety, man. Like,
No, I know that.
yeah.
But that's why I'm trying to say. I think a lot of people like DeSantis. I think
I like DeSantis. I do. I like him. Like, I think but this is the thing. I just don't believe anybody should be able to tell me or my family what to do. So I don't know if I can ever look at that system again and be like, yeah, this is what I want, because DeSantis may be a great governor. That does not mean you're going to be a great president.
No, but it certainly gives you at least hope, or at least
listen. If you look at people for hope and you're not looking to God for hope, that's your problem. That's your issue.
No, it gives you hope in the sense that he would be a good president if he's a good
he's a man.
Governor.
Men are corruptible, evil.
I know that, but if he's a good governor,
yes, I understand what you're saying. I just don't look. I don't look at people that way anymore. I sometimes when I even look at DeSantis, I'm like, man, I like that guy. I do. I like that guy. I like him. I like how he does. He's like Trump, but better, because he actually seems like he knows what he's doing, like on a real fundamental. He's like a historian. Like he actually
seems a lot smarter than Trump in the sense of like
of government. Yes. Yeah, like he's according to certain people, like he actually writes his own speeches. Like he's actually like that type of guy. But hey, it's interesting to say the least, man.
Well, I hope he runs, because I don't think Trump's going to win. I really don't. I think a lot of people don't like Trump, Dan.
Listen. I think I like Trump. I still like Trump. I still like Trump as I think Trump was the tremor. He's just not the earthquake. I think what's going to happen, we need to realize something. Colleges are evil. They're the most evil institutions on the face of this earth. They were built by socialists and elites, and they are using them still to this day. Government-run schools are evil. You should take your kids out of government-run schools, put them in private schools. Start local. I think that's the only thing you can really do. I do believe the entire system needs to be torn down and rebuilt anew with this anarchic principle of, like, there could still be government. It just would have it like, and what I mean is like, maybe there would be some like slight like social welfare programs that you could say government is for function.
So like public schools?
Maybe. But the thing is, like, what we're talking about is we need to rebuild these institutions from the ground up. Everything needs to start over. These are the most disgusting, pessimistic, despotic people on the face of the earth that are running our countries.
No, I get that, but there's no way to rebuild them unless you tear them all down. You can't just like let them walk away.
You're now speaking my language.
But Dan, I don't want to tear them all down, because in doing that, there's a lot of there's going to be a lot of people that get hurt from that.
No,
you're talking about like a revolution almost.
No, I am talking about revolution, but not a violent revolution. I'm talking a revolution of just non-compliance. If you don't send your kids to those schools, they don't get money. If you don't believe in these institutions, they don't function. They have to function that way.
Everyone's going to pay taxes because no one wants to go to jail. If you don't believe in paying taxes, you're going to pay taxes.
There's going to be some really wild stuff to happen. It's not about paying taxes or not paying taxes. You're thinking too small. That could be a thing because maybe they'll pass.
Don't send your kids to these schools.
You don't have to.
I know you don't have to, but what if you can't afford a private school?
Who says you need to send them to private school?
What are you going to do with them?
You homeschool them?
What if you can't? What if you're a single mother?
Why can't you?
What if you're a single mother? You got to work.
Okay. I don't give a shit. You got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. You send them to state school then. That's your option.
Yeah, I know, but
Okay.
my point is that some people can't like not send their kids to
It's not
schools.
about who can or can't. It's not about that. It's like, do you want this country to survive or not? Do you want this to be America of the tomorrow? Or do you want to be the America for like be a slave?
No, I know, but Dan, like not everybody could just do these things. It's
You know what'll happen? That single mother will probably should be looking for a good fucking guy and somebody that's supportive. Like you have.
I know,
like,
but Dan,
with you
it
and
doesn't,
your
like,
situation.
I know,
You're
but
a good
like
man.
you can
You're gonna
always
make-
look for these things, but you can't guarantee these things.
I don't want to guarantee anybody anything. You want to guarantee people certain
No,
things.
no.
That's okay. What I'm saying is these institutions.
You
can
said stop
only-
sending your kids to these
I am
schools and
saying
stuff.
to people, yes, you should take a more proactive approach in your children's life, and you should definitely regulate where they go to school, what stuff they're watching online as a parent to be proactive and to care. That's it. And if you're a single mother, like I'm sick and tired of the single mother trope. It's tough out there. I get it. But like that means we need to raise women to go, don't be a slut. Don't be stupid. Or don't, if you marry the wrong guy, you know what I mean. There's certain things. Like be careful. Actually think about the person you want to spend the rest, like raise them well. Like look at all your sisters. They're all like good people, good strong families. And a couple missteps here or there. We all do. But like nothing like is crazy. Like because they were instilled from a young age.
I know that. I just think that if you don't have those, and if you're just born in a shitty situation or something, born in a bad family from the get-go.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't have some form of charity, man. Listen, I'm not going to have the answer for everything. All I'm saying is, like, they need to be torn down. These things need to be abolished. These systems, the Harvard needs to go.
How can you tell Harvard to go? Why? They're a private institution.
No. I'm not telling them to leave. I'm saying they need to be torn down. Like, proverbially. Like, they need to not exist anymore. People need to stop sending their kids there. That is not the main point of success. Psychopaths usually come from Harvard.
No,
Okay?
I know. But like if you had a child and they got into Harvard, you'd probably be very happy.
No, I wouldn't want them to go to Harvard. Hell no, I wouldn't want my kid to go to Harvard. Never. In a million years. Would I want them to be sent
And what
to a
if they were
place
like, well, I'm
where a North Korean defector says it's worse than North Korea? I am not sending my kid to those institutions. And neither should I don't think anyone else should. Because there's still this appeal to authority for these things. Listen, I understand, man. Like, people want to like have the Harvard degree and want to look cool, but if you're getting a shit education, you're getting a shit education. I don't give a shit what it says in your degree. What
no,
name?
I know that, but there's a lot of people that came from Harvard that are great too, Dan.
Like who?
Oh, I can look them up. I mean, Jordan Peterson taught there.
Yeah, he taught there. Yes, he did. But those were the last days of Harvard being somebody. In the last 20 years, who have they really produced?
I don't know, but I'm sure I could find. I mean,
I'm sure you could find anybody because you can find me a needle in a haystack. Doesn't mean that there's not a lot of hay, Like,
well, would
the quickest way to find the
the
needle?
guy that created Facebook?
The quickest way to find the needle is to set the haystack on fire. And then, boop, I found it. That's the quickest way.
No, I'm sure there's a bunch of good people that came out of Harvard, Dan, in the last 20 years.
It's about what they stand for. They are not, these institutions do not care about you. For example.
I understand that, but if you want freedom and all this stuff, like, you should be allowed to have those views too. It's Harvard.
No. When you advocate to murder people,
Or are they doing that?
Yes, Michael. Eugenics. That's where it was started. At Harvard. Discovered at Harvard. And still to this day, these people hold these beliefs. For example, we can bring this story up because I wanted to, because we wanted to talk about it.
Are those individuals in the system, or are they like the school itself?
If I don't give a shit. These people, they put out all our journalists, all our politicians go to the Ivy Leagues. All of them. All of our Supreme Court justices, they're all Ivy League taught. They're all the same. That's why nothing ever changes. These people are sick.
I know they're sick, but Dan, if you want freedom and everything, then
Yes, I
you should
want
be
freedom.
allowed to have places like Harvard.
no. They can have it, but we're just not going to do it anymore. They can do whatever they want. They can do
and
whatever
people are
they
still going to
want.
go to them. Is
Yeah,
my
and
point.
guess what? What I'm saying is you tear it down by ignoring those people. You don't speak for me. You don't exist. You're fake news. I'm done.
No,
I don't
I
care.
get your point, but my point is also
These
too
are
is
the-
like these people.
Mike, these are the same people that kill babies and think it's completely acceptable
No,
behavior.
I
to do it.
understand. I get what you're saying, but what I'm also saying is that you can't just like tell people that they can't do something and then you want freedom. Like they
Yes,
should
you
be
can.
allowed to do what they want to do.
Yes, you can. You can't murder people. How about that? It's pretty simple.
Okay, yes, and I would agree with that. And
Okay.
if you show me evidence that they're murdering people, then
Yeah,
that would
sure,
be a whole
right
different
here.
story.
Right
Okay.
here. Yeah, sure,
Is
man.
it from Harvard?
No, not from Harvard. It's actually from Pittsburgh. But these are the same people. All these people went to Harvard, these Ivy League schools.
I know, but just because they went to
Oh,
Harvard
my
doesn't
God,
mean that
Michael,
Harvard
listen,
itself.
They're evil institutions. Evil. They're evil people. I don't care. You know what? We were fucking so happy and hunky dory. Their freedom, their idea of freedom is to enslave you. I will not acknowledge these people.
Yes, you don't have to, but
Yes.
at the same time, other people are allowed to as well.
Yeah, they are. Fine, go. Do your life. Throw it away. We will not recognize you anymore. That's it. We need to just not recognize Harvard and Yale as elite institutions.
I don't necessarily recognize them as like elite institutions, but I think that if people want to go there, I'm not against them going there. Now, if
but
Harvard's doing something bad and they're killing people,
BLM can go around and burn down a fucking, a goddamn neighborhood or businesses and not get in trouble, but they miss Cambridge, they miss Harvard.
Yeah.
Why weren't they looking on a fucking map? That would have been a good start, as Michael Mouse would say. Why didn't someone show BLM where a fucking Cambridge is? That would have been a good place to start. Those are the people that created the situations that we're in. Well, it's like a camp. It's like a fucking school for psychopaths. Like, why would I want to continue supporting these people?
you don't have to support them, is my point.
No, Michael. If you're creating psychopaths, you don't deserve to exist as an institution. You've lost your right to call yourself educators, to call yourself a degree, like school where you can hand out degrees. We need to remove all their abilities to make money. We should cancel them completely because they don't deserve.
I know, but Dan, why are you wanting to cancel things now?
I have my right to believe that. I'm not hurting anybody.
No.
That they should not exist.
I know, but that's like what other people from the left think about certain things.
That's what they got right. They figured it out before us, just like we usually do. The left is right. If you want something to be done, you do it. You don't screw around. You don't sit there and let them, because this is the same politics for the last 100 years. When it started with Wilson in 1912, when Wilson came in and did the Great New Deal, and we've never fucking recovered. We've never recovered since then. And these institutions are the ones who Wilson was the first college professor to ever be elected to office. And he was like a radical socialist, like a psychopath, like a nut job.
Okay, but there's also college professors that aren't like that either.
Okay, then they go form their own. We need to form our own institutions and just say we're the elites now. You're scum. You're scum. You're psychopaths.
I know, but Dan, here's my point. My point is that people would think this way is they would people on the left would think this new elites people were scum too. They would be like, these people are scum.
No. Listen, I don't believe that elites are bad. There are good elites and there are bad elites. The guy that runs Nike and says we are a company of China, for China, and by China, you're scum. You're scum. I'm not buying Nike. You're scum. That's it. That's it to me. That's it. You don't deserve to exist then. You're not an American company. Goodbye. You want to support genocide? Goodbye. You want to negotiate with a company that fucking completely subjugates and kills their people? Goodbye.
You mean a country?
Any country.
Yeah, a lot of people negotiate with China and do business with China.
Yeah, Yeah, just like how Elon Musk has a right to sit there and say, "Oh, cryptocurrency is hurting the environment," while he fucking pays companies to enslave miners in Africa to mine his cobalt for his goddamn fucking batteries.
Yeah, he's trying to make money.
They're fucking hypocrites. I don't need to work with. I don't need to deal with these people. I don't need to listen to them. They're fucking morons. They're dumb. You can go to Mars on the backs of slaves, literally, on the backs of slaves. You're a monster. We have to call them what they are. Just because you have a good idea doesn't make.
I know, but Dan, but there's so many companies like this. You would have to basically not have anything.
No. Listen, maybe that's the real goal here. Okay, I don't want to live like a slave because we keep giving all of our influence over to China. If the American people have to make a statement, and then what that will do under the idea of a free market, when we live in a mixed economy, not a free market economy, something will be created like Jocko Link when he created his America company. Everything's made in America, all that stuff.
Or go buy a pair of jeans from him. They're like $110.
But that's because he's the only one. That's because he's like one of the only ones. If you had every company, like every state had their own jeans manufacturer, it'd be different.
Okay.
I'm not saying that you can't trade with China and like have to do certain things and like do this, that, or the other to like there's always going to be some serious stuff going on like with
But my point is this, is why can't you, in this world that you're talking about, why can't you be a radical leftist? Or why can't you? Okay.
You just can't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You just can't hurt people. That's it.
I'm down with that.
You can't do anything to anybody that you don't want to be done unto you. It's kind of like Christ is in a way is an anarchist. He is the only point of authority. Like Toski, terrible person, horrible person in real life, but he was a Catholic, and he's even said himself he's a beautiful writer. He goes, Christ is anarchy. He's like, anarchy is a social agreement. Christ was about walking up to people, being open, and don't do, unto others as you would not want done upon yourself. Like, reach a hand out. But if someone comes up and bitch slaps you in the face and you still got your hand out, you're kind of dumb. Even Christ, when he was beating them in the square with the fucking shit, remember? Like the tax man? He was beating them. Christ was beating
but Christ also let himself
that's different, but he knew that was going to happen. That's why it's called sacrifice. He beat these guys when he was pissed off that they were being corrupt or whatever, and he beat the crap out of them. He did that when he first got back to wherever he got back from. I'm not saying I'm an expert. I'm going through it again, but it's like you'll read Romans 1-7, which is all about having respect for the law of your land, for like do this, that, or the other. But it does say there is no authority higher than God.
Yeah.
And that's it. So it's like, I don't know where I fall 100% on everything that's in the Bible, but I can tell you this. God wanted people just to be good to each other. That was his main message. Be good to each other. Treat each other with love and respect. Respect your neighbor. Don't covet your neighbor's goods, because that leads to nothing but jealousy in your heart, and you do irrational things because of jealousy. Because if you covet your neighbor, that makes maybe $15,000 more a year than you, and they can afford a boat, doesn't mean you can. Doesn't mean you should put your family in jeopardy to have a boat. Like there's plenty of things, but I mainly because this is crazy. Government-funded researchers sought aborted minorities for organ harvesting. The federal government gave at least $2.7 million in taxpayer money to researchers who sought out minority babies who had been aborted in order to harvest their organs, according to internal documents released Tuesday. The University of Pittsburgh targeted minorities in its request for infant organs, including those taken from full-term babies, to create a pipeline for fetal research. Researchers said they needed 50% of the donated fetuses to be minorities, and specified that 25 must come from black women. The Pittsburgh metropolitan area is 85% white and 8% black. Researchers stressed the importance of maintaining organ, listen to this, listen to me, These are the people that come from Harvard. These are what your institutions are doing. Researchers stress the importance of maintaining organ blood flow. Uh-oh. You getting yelled at?
No, I'm on the kid just came in. I'm on the podcast, buddy. He was just saying good night.
Oh, good night, bud.
Good night. Dan said good night.
Good night.
Bye. What
Good
up,
night.
bud? Good night, bud.
All right, buddy. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Sleep tight.
Holy crap, we might get a black kid. What the heck? Okay, anyway. So let's do this again. What a good kid, man. He loves you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, All right. So, once again, I'm going to read this line again. I know I've read it twice already, but I really want to stress this. Just think about what this means. Researchers stress the importance of maintaining organ blood flow in the request, which watchdogs say could violate federal law by asking doctors to illegally preserve organs during labor-inducing abortions. The National Institute of Health has overseen experiments on fetal organs at the University of Pittsburgh since 2015, and what the school claimed to be a tissue hub. Aborted babies used in this research range from 6 to 42 weeks of gestation. 42 weeks
Holy
of gestation.
crap.
According to the government documents, the grant request from the university's government agency redacts key information, including how many fetuses were obtained and who provided them. Its language, however, raised troubling questions. David Daladin, founder and president of the Pro-Life Center for Medical Progress, that's a funny name, called on the federal government to investigate the NIH in Pittsburgh after obtaining more than 300 pages of information related to the program through a public records request. The experiments were aborted infants. Okay, dude, I want to explain something. They were alive. They kept the children aborted. They call it an abortion.
Yeah.
But they're alive. They have a heartbeat.
Yeah.
They're alive. They're
But at
functioning.
42 weeks, holy crap.
Dude, babies can be born at 20 weeks and survive. 20
Yeah.
weeks. Their experiments with aborted infants at the University of Pittsburgh, sponsored by the National Institute of Health, are like Kermit Gosnell's House of Horrors, but this time funded by the federal government. It was systemic bias and abortion extremism that permitted Gosnell to evade the law for so long. And the same thing is happening in Pittsburgh. These atrocities deserve the full response of law enforcement and government officials. Law enforcement should put a stop to it and arrest the perpetrators. The NIH did not respond for comment. The fetal research focused on harvested kidneys. The University of Pittsburgh said fetuses should have minimized warm ischemic. I don't know how to say this word. I'm sorry, guys. Warm ischemic time, a medical term to describe the time that an organ is without blood flow. Also list labor induction as a utilized abortion procedure to obtain the organs. This distinct possibility that some of these babies were born alive and then their organs and tissues were removed.
Wow.
Federal law bans the purchasing of aborted fetuses, which must be donated for research. It is illegal to request how donated fetuses are to be aborted. It is so crazy. A university spokesman said researchers play no role in timing method or procedures used to terminate pregnancy. It's just kind of goes on for a little while, but dude, they literally were they would smash the skulls of these babies and then sew them to the back of mice to see if, as they skinned them alive, they would skin the babies alive. But see, this is what happens with science. This is so crazy, dude. They literally, I have a video. It's a little too long, but that I sent it yesterday, and that's when I said, my fucking God. They have a woman on record talking like she's in a legal deposition, lawyers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, she basically said right there, she's like, yeah, they had heartbeats. Yes, they were alive. They were alive, technically. But like legally they weren't because the mother wanted to kill them. So what they do is same thing Alex Jones said, right? I just want to keep the babies alive just for a little. Like he's doing that whole weird voice. And
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's
And everybody attacked him for that. Everyone said, "Oh, that's a conspiracy."
This proves exactly what he was saying. This proves it. Once again, Alex Jones
fund that research with the
Yes.
mice.
Yep. He funded all this. This is all from the National Institute of Health. This is all Fauci.
I don't know. I mean,
Fauci, I think, went to Harvard or some crap. You know, like, this is what I'm talking about, dude. These people believe in transhumanism. So they don't believe that is a living... Mike, that's insanity. These institutions need to be torn down. They do not... If you're teaching this abortion, it's murder. It's
well, they're not teaching students that.
Yeah, of course they are.
That's research that they're doing.
Michael, Michael, come on.
No, but Dan, what you're saying is that was
Yes,
was that
Michael,
a college?
It is, yes.
That wasn't a college, I thought. I thought
Yes.
that was...
That's Pittsburgh University.
Okay, and so their research center did this.
Right. In the
Okay.
college. Which
Yeah,
is
but that doesn't mean that they're
college.
teaching that.
Michael, I don't care. I don't care. You don't deserve to be a public institution.
No,
And you
maybe
don't
not
get to
them.
be-
What they're
you
doing
don't
is
get to-
wrong.
You don't
Then
get to
need
call yourself a fucking doctor while you get a full-term abortion. Full term. Baby's fully gestated, ready to go, good to go alive, and then they'll pay a mother $10,000
Dan, I know.
for research to donate the aborted fetus for research.
It's crazy. I'm not for it. I don't think it's right.
Dude, these people are fucking monsters, dude. Monsters.
Yeah,
Monsters.
I'm with you.
And guess what? Harvard is the ones who do this stuff. They're the ones like, yes, they're not babies. They're the ones that push the most radical stuff. Why is it like the American Medical Association coming out and saying that they shouldn't put gender on birth certificates?
I have no idea. I didn't know that.
These people are fucking nuts. WebMD said the same thing.
Holy crap, I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude, these people can't be trusted.
No, I'm not saying they can, but I'm also I just think that that there may be bad things that go on, and if there is, then they need to be stopped, and these things need to be shut down immediately.
What is it, like 1 million fucking babies aborted every year?
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's not a million, but probably, Mike, those are the ones they don't count. Those are the ones, they don't count those.
Everyone attacked Alex Jones. Everyone said he wasn't right. Everyone said he's a conspiracy theorist.
Like, what the fuck, man? What world do we live in where we can just kill children? That's where we are in this country. Yeah, we need to start over. Oh, yeah, we need to start over for sure. Like, yeah. Like, someday we're going to look back at abortion just like how we look back at slavery. And we probably fucking should.
we will.
We should.
will.
And guess what we got to do? Might be time to go to a civil war over abortion. Might be time.
No,
I would
I'm
do
with
it.
you.
I would sign up for it. I'd be like, fuck it, man. Look at me. I got a Hawaiian t-shirt. Look like a piece of shit. But I'll fight abortion on all day. If you're a pro-abortion, you're pro-murder. Like, that's it. Like, you're a murderer. Like, that's just the only way I'll look at it. I'm done discussing this shit with people who are like, but it's a fucking fetus. Like, okay, you're still murdering a fetus. Like, whatever you want to call it, murder is murder. To me.
Yeah, that's why Dan, listen, I share all the same viewpoints. I used to do this stuff all the time in college. I would write these papers about abortion
But see, that shit won't even change people's mind because Harvard is the one that says it's okay. And Yale and the colleges are the one that are indoctrinating our kids and our young people to say it's just a fetus.
I know, but those Ivy League schools,
Mike, I'm talking basic public school, like regular state-run schools. That is common teaching. That's what they teach. That's what the government wants them to teach.
Oh, I know that in public school. Yeah, definitely.
All over. That is common practice. These institutions are in lockstep with each other, creating the next generation of their army.
Yeah, and there's also other good schools, Dan, that are colleges and things that you can pay to go to.
Name one.
Okay,
That doesn't push this shit.
there's one in Front Royal. What's it? It's freaking.
I
There's
don't
a
know.
bunch of
Maybe that's
Catholic
not.
ones.
It's not fair. The Catholic schools are socialist as fuck. They're
Not
crazy.
all of them.
Yeah, they are. They're all crazy, dude.
Yeah, there's not. Dude, there are.
My buddy went to one of the most prestigious seminary schools, and he said they're telling him that Jesus is a socialist. It's everywhere. It's at every level of every institution that is like these elite level. I'm telling you, dude, it's a huge problem, a massive problem. My buddy, his brother went through seminary, and he left because of it. He said it's insane.
Well, that's seminarian schools. Let's see this. I know this school here.
Priests are
Oh, Christendom College. Christendom College. I know they don't. That's a very, very like old school Catholic college. They don't push any of that.
Well, I would be shocked. I would really love to meet somebody who just graduated from there and like talk to them. Like
I can get you. You come to Virginia, I'll show you people who graduated.
I'll show you
there.
people, man. Like they're at like the zoo. Yeah.
No, I know a lot of people that graduated from, and trust me, they don't push that kind of stuff. What you're saying, if you,
I hope, but that's one school out of like thousands.
there's a lot of Catholic little
thousands.
schools like that.
Yeah,
They're little.
yeah. I'm sure they are. I'm sure there are. I'm just telling you, man. Like no, like I don't.
There are still some schools out there, Dan, that push against this. You know.
No, yeah, but dude, we're talking 99% of them don't. 90%, 99%, like easily 95 to 99% do not push back. It's like I was on Twitter earlier, and a guy shared a picture of a gay pride flag with a butterfly, and he said, child love, appreciation. People are public about this shit, dude.
So people want to love children?
You know, not that kind of love.
I know, but that's what it means.
Yeah, yes.
Wow.
And posting it online, and everyone jumped on him like, "What the fuck, you pervert?" You know, like.
And what did they say?
They were like, "Fuck you, pedo," you know, reporting him to Twitter, shit, like Twitter support. Even the leftists, like, there is a very small group of them that do support some pretty wild shit, but a lot of people are like, protect kids. But so the will is there to protect children. But see, what they do is they ignore fetuses. You know, they ignore babies in the womb because you can't see them. You can't see their bodies being ripped apart, their heads being crushed. You know, them being basically liquefied alive inside of them.
There was that movie that came out a few years ago. The abortion movie. It's a really good one.
I know there's
like in the beginning they show all this stuff. It's really nasty. And like this lady worked at like an abortion center, and like you have to watch the movie.
Is it like a big budget production? Like,
well, I don't know
like,
if it was a big production,
like
but it got a
Catholic...
lot of heat, and a lot of movie theaters play it.
Yeah, that's what's her name? Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. She's like famous Catholic or Christian.
Yeah, and like basically the movie showed that all these abortion nonprofit organizations, like they incentivize you to push abortions on people, and then you get paid more. There was like incentives for like the CEOs that run these things. The more abortions they had at their centers, the more money they got. And it's a good movie. You should watch it.
No, maybe I'll check it out. Last thing I want to say about this, about like the last.
Yeah, my mother got arrested from abortion. You know.
Huh?
My mother was arrested
because of abortion. What does that even mean?
It means she was in a protest against abortion, and they arrested her.
Good for her.
In Massachusetts.
Good for her, dude. Yeah, we gotta fucking love the police, huh? Fucking scum. Fucking scum, dude. Fuck
That's
them.
what happened back in like the freaking 80s.
I don't know how. Good for her, man. Good for your mom. And she and like everyone should be standing up against abortion, murder. It's murder. But do you know who created the term "What would Jesus do"? Was a socialist. That was a socialist priest. Yeah. Actually, like when you look at like there's this really crazy story when this guy, World War II veteran, right? World War II guy, walks up, realizes that these are concentration camps, whatever, right? Like he realizes, like, oh my God, this is awful. And he talks to a local priest because he can speak German. He's bilingual. And he's like, how did you let this happen? Like, how the fuck what the fuck?
Yeah.
How did you let this happen? As a Catholic, right?
Yeah.
Like, how the hell did you let this happen? He goes, if they said if I spoke out, that they would kill all my parishioners. And it's like, I will not sit back in silence while they brutalize and obliterate. And right there is enough for me to abolish the government. That should be the number one reason. They are murdering babies in mass scale. And they support it. You don't deserve to be the government anymore.
Well,
everybody
that goes to public school will support this, basically.
And that's the
issue. They've been brainwashed.
That's what the issue with public school is. That's what the issue with higher education. They are creating a group of people.
Don't get this. They don't get it's a baby. They don't get that it's a life. It's growing. It's like
no, but they're indoctrinated not to. They're indoctrinated not to.
They've been told that it's women's rights, and it's like
that's why we need to tear these institutions down. They are not teaching people what to think. They're not teaching people how to think. They're teaching them what to think. It's not designed to create critical thinkers. It's designed to create a new mass of sheep that will support the regime, support the system. And I refuse to say that it should exist. It shouldn't. These are the people that will kill you for your beliefs. They think you're an extremist. In federal paperwork, they say anti-abortion people are extremists. Like they're like viewing them as terrorists.
I wonder what they're going to do for the March for Life this year.
Fuck, who knows, man. But anyway.
That's a good time. You should come.
Yeah, maybe I should. That'd be fun.
It's fun. It actually is a lot of fun to go to.
We just get drunk and we just talk about all the dead babies.
No, because it's cold. And you're out there and you're in the mall and everyone's around. And then, like, I would go to it and, like, I would just see somebody from, like,
Did they have it last year?
I don't know. I think they did. I thought Trump was speaking on it. I didn't go last year, but I used to go more when I was over there, but they would I would see people from like Massachusetts that I used to know, just like randomly.
Yeah, but I mean it's massive, right?
Oh, it's huge. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 1 million people. Like
I don't know how many. It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you get to see like all the schools, like the like whole schools will come, like whole high schools will come.
Yeah.
Like Christian high schools will come on a freaking damn bus.
That gives me hope, man. That's great.
And you see them, and they got all their, they look like the people from Harry Potter and shit.
Mm.
They got their scarves, and
they got their robe, like their school.
No,
uniform.
In Harry Potter,
the school uniforms
that would match their house they're from.
Yeah,
that's how it is.
That's funny, dude. Just a bunch of fucking dorks. But I did want to talk about a couple of things, we should talk about before we get off here because we're about to go soon probably. Yeah. One, the new documentary, Val, I believe it's called. It's the new Val Kilmer documentary. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it after we get off here.
What's it on? What platform?
Oh, Amazon Prime. I think it's for free. I think if you have Amazon Prime. So Val Kilmer basically filmed his entire career behind the scenes, like every movie. Yeah, it looks really good. It looks like a lot of fun. And then Suicide Squad, the new one.
Is that on HBO Max?
It's on HBO Max. I watched it last night. I'll give it
pay for it?
No, it's everything. Yeah, no, you're good. It's I laughed out loud like a couple times. I would give it it's.
But Dan, here's the thing. I don't watch superhero movies anymore.
I don't like them. I'm kind of worn out too. But it's.
Like I can't watch superhero movies. I just can't fucking do it anymore. Like honestly, I can't. Like I've seen too many. Like I don't even bother watch. Like there was that one.
They're boring.
Yeah, like the fucking Batman one that came out or something. It was like 3 hours long, like a couple months ago, or Superman or something.
Superman. Oh, you're talking about the Justice League?
Yeah, I didn't watch that shit.
The extended cut, which is like 4 hours.
I didn't watch. I can't watch these.
I
I don't
I
know
don't
what's going on in them, to be honest with you, because there's so fucking many of them. They're so damn long. If I watch one now, it'll be like the Avengers. How the fuck does anyone keep track of that movie?
A lot of people love it, I guess, you know? I don't
'Cause
know.
I don't know what's going on in them, because I don't pay attention from
Yeah, so you pop in and you're like, what the fuck is happening in this shit show? Yeah. I only watched them because...
And don't they have another Suicide Squad?
There was the first one.
Oh, geez.
And-
See, I gotta watch that one first
No.
before I watch
You don't
this
have to. You don't really have to too much. It's not. It was a kind of a flop. It really didn't do good. Like it was kind of lame.
one. The first one.
The first one. It was
Yeah.
and they kind of did a reboot with James Gunn, the guy. Did you like Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah,
first
I
one?
like the first one.
Yeah, the first one, right? That's James Gunn. That's the director of this one.
Okay.
This new movie. So I'll say it's okay. I would give it like a 5. Like, you can put it on and you're gonna laugh like once or twice because there is some funny, there's some funny shit. There's like this weasel guy. He's like fucking insane. Like he doesn't speak. He's just big dumb retarded looking thing. Like he looks retarded. It's pretty he really does. But I would give it I would give it a 5 out of 10 personally for me. I just wasn't blown away. It's worth a watch if you have HBO Max, I guess. If you know,
Yeah,
you
I
wanna
do.
watch it.
Honestly, Dan, I've been watching like a lot of Trailer Park Boys lately. I've been
Been making me feel good.
I've been just watching like older stuff. Like I don't like.
You won't watch Mr. Smith Goes to Washington because you're a fucking douche.
No, I trust me when the
I'm
when
gonna
the
wait
fall
for Christmas.
comes.
Dude, it might be gone. Just watch the damn movie. It's so good.
Okay, well, I was really saving that for the holidays, but
You gotta watch it. I'm so disappointed in you. I'm so like Ryan and I. So Ryan, he's finally like, oh yeah, fuck it, let's watch it. So we put it on, and he like falls asleep at night. like fucking 20 minutes, dude. I just went to bed. I was like, I'm going to bed. Fuck this. Like I can't tell you how many times I've seen the beginning of that movie right now.
I'll watch it, Dan. I'm going to watch it.
I will watch it.
No. You have to understand. I normally save my black and white movies for the winter time.
You are a fucking douche. You're a douche, kid.
No, I'm not. Dan.
Listen, I have a very specific algorithm for my movie watching.
Can I explain
Cold
something?
equals black and white.
No.
What?
It's like with music, right? Like I'll listen to certain music in certain times of the year.
Yes, but this is not a holiday specific movie. So like you don't need
Yeah,
to
but
watch
I'm
this.
picturing in my head that it's like cold out.
No, it's sunny, it's summer, it's beautiful.
It's summer out.
Oh yeah, super sunny, like summer movie. Like yes, like this is not a cold, dark time in
It
Washington.
doesn't have to be a dark time. It could just be like...
It's just a cold time. No snow.
Okay, Dan, have you ever seen A Roman Holiday?
No, I don't think I have actually.
Okay. I think it's Roman Holiday.
No, It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
That's a Christmas movie, man.
Yeah.
You know.
But okay, A Roman Holiday is a movie with what's that actress's name? The really popular one way back then. What's her name?
I don't know.
You know Audrey Hepburn.
Oh,
You know
Audrey
Hepburn.
Hepburn. Yeah.
Okay. A Roman Holiday. It's sunny out. It's nice, but it's a black and white movie. I like this movie a lot. Really like this movie. It's a good movie. You should watch it.
Okay.
No, it's like a classic movie.
Okay.
It's like a really good movie, Dan.
Are you saying I can't watch it till Christmas?
No, you can. You can, right? And it's a really good movie. You got to watch it.
I'll check it out.
And I watched that movie in like the wintertime. But it can be a summer movie too. But it's just black and white. That's when I've always watched those kind of movies.
I understand, but you're like...
Have you ever seen an Audrey Hepburn movie?
Yeah, I've seen Audrey Hepburn movie, yeah.
She's a great actress. Great actress.
Yeah.
She's probably my favorite actress of all time, actually.
I think James Stewart, or Jimmy Stewart, is amazing. He's amazing. It's just like one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life, and I'm trying to give you a gift, and you just keep pushing.
I'll try to give you a gift with the Roman. Let me see.
I will watch it. I will watch it.
Let me see what it's actually called. What is this movie? Okay, yeah, Roman Holiday, 1953. It's a great movie.
My
Great
movie's
movie.
older. My movie's older, and probably better.
I don't know, Dan. This is a fucking good movie.
Well, like, dude, like, I just don't understand. I just don't understand why.
It's on Prime Video.
All right, I'll check it out. Roman Holiday.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's really good.
I'll check it out. I've been like on an old movie kick. For the
Okay,
past.
this is like a really good movie. Like you're gonna be shocked.
I will love it. I can't wait. I'm telling you, like, it's one of those. You'll watch that. Go watch Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
I'm going to. Let me see who the act. This might be the same guy. Let's see.
James Stewart.
Yeah, let's see the cast. I don't know.
It probably could. It's everywhere. He was.
No, it's Gregory Peck. Do you know him?
Oh yeah, fucking Gregory the Peck Man, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking what's that movie? To Kill a Mockingbird, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it. He's in it. Watch it. Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's great. I'm definitely gonna check it out because I like Gregory Peck and I like Audrey Hepburn. So, I would definitely. I think Mr. Smith Goes to Washington is just that same level of quality.
I'm going
great
to
acting.
watch it. Listen, I promise you.
No, you won't. You won't.
No, Dan.
So you're saying buy next episode? You have a week. Buy next podcast.
I don't know if I can. No. Because Dan, I'm
Michael.
saving these movies.
No, Michael. No. I demand a retraction of your statement. I want this to be moved up in scheduling. I need you to watch this movie, man. You're missing
let me get
out.
to the holidays.
Let me get to the. Every day's a holiday, right? You love America.
No,
this
I know, but let me
movie
get
makes
there.
you love America.
Let me just get into that vibe.
What happens if you
pumpkin
die?
pie.
What happens if I die and I never get to talk to you about this movie or like it? You know, if you liked it, like, and I'll be dead, and
I'm probably gonna like it.
I know you will.
Okay.
It's like you're just hurting me. You're hurting my
I'm
feelings.
gonna be there. I'm gonna get there.
Gonna get there, man. Gonna do it.
No,
you're like a
it's like-
politician. You're like a politician. We'll do it next year.
No, Dan.
I'll eat in
Do
the
you,
holiday.
okay, do you do this or not? Do you like listen to certain music certain times of year?
No.
Oh, well, I do.
Unless I'm around like my family on holiday or like they might play like I don't actively like I'm not that person. It's Halloween. I need to put spooky music.
No. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, okay, in the winter times, I like to listen to like a lot of like old classic rock.
Such a weird. You are the weirdest fucking dude. Wait, so what are you listening to right now?
Like in the summertime, I listen to more of like country music and like beach music.
I do not understand you.
Why?
So you literally regulate your life into quarters. You're like, okay, no country anymore. I gotta go to the. Time to put on the set.
No, it's just a natural thing with the seasons that comes with it. It's like certain things go better with certain times of the year. In my opinion.
I'm not arguing that fact. I'm just not. I just think it's hilarious. You will regulate whether it's intentional or not.
It's not intentional. It's just naturally what I start to do.
It's just like you just do it. And I'm asking you to break that cycle and just watch a black and white movie in the summer and just try it out.
No, when was the last time I watched a black and white? Probably not that long ago, honestly. Oh, I was watching Little Rascals. That's black and white, the originals.
So why the hell can you watch that but you can't watch my movie? Like, what's
because
the deal?
that was funny because I used to watch that when I was a kid in the summertime.
You're such oh my god. You know, Mike, I'm so glad you were raised to believe in abortion. Because you would totally be the guy that just sticks in the way. Break the cycle. I'm asking you to break the cycle. I'm asking you to watch this simple movie about an American loving patriot who goes to watch and who fucking fights the machine.
I'll watch it. But Dan, have you ever seen the Little Rascals? The originals?
I mean, I mean when we were kids.
Hilarious. I grew up on stuff like that.
Me too. I kind of. We were more like church, like Sundays.
No, you definitely had more progressive, but I had Little Rascals and the Jimmy
Mike had the shit
Andy Griffin.
Mike didn't even have a bathroom for a little while. He had an outhouse. That's not even fake. That's actually real life. Shitting at your house was terrifying. It was terrible.
Yeah. It is what it is, Dan. I watched movies like Andy Griffith Show, I Love Lucy, watched all these things.
Well, because you were basically forced by your parents, they were.
Well, that's still the only options I had.
Yeah, and then I think We would watch like Mystery Science Theater 3000. Like that was like a big one.
What the fuck is that?
What? Mikey, you don't know Mystery Science Theater 3000?
No, but you had access. You guys had cable fucking TV and shit.
Yeah, we did. My dad cared about that shit, so we got it. Mystery Science Theater 3000, MST 3K. That's like the nickname, kind of. It is so awesome. So basically, there's like these four guys. There's Tom Servo, Mike or something, and like another guy. Basically, what they do is they are in a spaceship, right?
Okay.
And they get tortured by this evil woman, but she sends them awful movies. Like the worst movies you've ever seen. Like B movies from the 70s that are just like 80s, trash acting, trash scripts. And then they sit there in front of the screen. Like you can see their little heads at the bottom. Like, you know, when you're in a we used to watch those illegal movies and you would see someone get up and walk.
Yeah.
like that is, it's like that kind of like they're at the bottom and their little heads are moving, but they like talk shit about the movie and they make jokes like as the movie's going, and it's fucking hilarious, Mike. There's some of them, like there's this one called Boggy Creek 2, and you never seen Boggy Creek 1. You just start off in Boggy Creek 2, and it is the dumbest movie you've ever seen. It is so hilarious. It's about like Bigfoot, and
is it like raunchy?
No, it was shown on cable television, so it couldn't show any nudity or any
Okay, yeah, I never seen this.
Maybe some like they would say bullshit, like some cussing, but it is one of the like there's a scene right in Boggy Creek 2, like the farmer goes out to his barn, and like he turns and he looks and he sees like a Bigfoot, it's like a flashback scene, and they say like the guys watching the movies in the show, they're watching, you see their head at the bottom, and they go like, and then like when Bigfoot runs away, he goes, right before Bigfoot runs away, he goes, "Oh my God, farmers do exist," and he just, like they take off. I'm probably doing a terrible job. I love them, dude. They are probably one of the best. So much, I just can't even tell you how much I love those things. They're all
I'll
great.
watch it. I'll try to watch it. I can't watch all this shit, damn.
I mean, I know, but I'm just asking you to watch. The only one I really want to watch is Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
I'll try to watch it.
Yeah, I'll try.
I just really was saving that for the holidays. I don't know why you have such a big deal with that.
Okay, fine.
Because it's going to be like a new movie, because I have all my old holiday movies. Now I need a new one to put into there.
A new one to put into the mix. What happens to become like a new summer movie, though?
Then I'll have to watch it in the summertime. But
and then you could watch it like on the 4th of July with like the night.
It's always great when you find an old movie that you've never seen before.
This is a great one.
Okay.
This is like one of the greats.
All right, well, I'll find a way to watch it, but okay.
I just, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for us, man. Unless before we go. Gain versus Lewis. Who you got?
I don't really know about Kane. Is it Kane or Gain?
No, it's Gain, like Gone. It's like Gane.
I honestly have no idea about this guy. I know he's like 10-0.
He's a machine, Michael.
He looks like it.
Dude, he looks like the future. You know how Nagano, like you've seen big guys, like you've seen him before? This guy's like Nagano, but he can fuck you up. Like he can do it intentionally. Like there is no just big power. It is that too, but he's like an athlete. Like a real athlete. Like he can move and.
Well, I never seen him, so I can't pick this fight. I don't know what his style is, what he's good at, what he's not good at.
Skinny. Lewis lost a lot of weight, and he said in an interview today, Lewis goes, the pressure's kind of been like getting to me a little bit, like for the first time ever. Ooh, this is a big fight. I want to buy it to support him.
I think Derek Lewis is not that good, to be honest.
I don't think he's that good, but he is deadly. He does have that knockout.
Yeah.
Like he does.
So I don't know about this Game character, if he's like skilled or not.
You know what fight I watched? I tried calling you yesterday to fucking talk to you about it. You're a bitch and you don't fucking answer. I watched Covington versus Usman, the first fight.
Wow. Oh, yeah, I watched that a little while ago, too.
Yeah, like, because you told me about it, I was like, oh, I should go back and watch this. I put it on. I was like, God.
It's a good fight.
Dude, Covington is a fucking, like,
Yeah, like people are. That's what I was trying to say.
He's
Dan.
he's a tough bastard.
People were trying to make it sound like that he got creamed in that fight, and he did not. That was a very close fight.
Very close. I would
even the stoppage. Even when he got stopped, he had a double leg.
No,
he's getting hit.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He has his arm like this. Didn't. I mean, he has a single leg.
No,
this is a single leg.
He did not have that.
Yes, he did.
Mike, I just fucking watched the fight yesterday. You're wrong.
He has a single leg.
Look it up. Look it up. You're wrong. Will. Look it up. He is doing this, covering his face, and his other arm is reached around. He was defenseless. He was doing this, Michael. This is him.
You can still be defenseless and have
look, Michael, this is what he was doing. Head on the mat, doing this. Look at me. I need you to look like this, and he had one arm around his back. That's what he was doing as he was getting punched. No, he didn't, Mike. I watched it yesterday. I swear to you. He was getting fucked up, and right as the guy went in to stop it, he may have reached for a double leg, but it was already too late. The fight was stopped. Like, it was done. Like,
let's see. Let's see.
I know for a fact, dude. I know for a fact. He's getting
I don't think you know for a fact.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. UFC 245. Type it in on Google or YouTube.
YouTube it. Let me turn it down. Let me go to the end. Okay, let's see.
I'm telling you. He was covering up with his left hand, and he was scooping with the right.
Let's see if they're going to show it. He gets down. He got nailed.
Yep.
Shit, they're not showing. Okay, I got to go back to the original fight. The highlight's not.
Let me see if I can try to Twitter this one out of it.
It's only a minute left in this.
No, I know. It sucks, but when I watched it, I was sitting there like...
Okay, you're right. He goes down to one time, but...
No, but he's definitely getting, like, fucked up. Like, he is not doing anything, like, substantive enough to... He was block covering with his left, and... I
would have let that fight go on.
I'm saying that it was at least a stoppage. Like, it was a stoppage. Yeah, see, he sprawls out, then he covers up with left, and he's not defending anymore. That was a good stoppage. It wasn't a maybe like.
I don't think that was a good stoppage at all.
Mike, it was. He went from a double. He had a double.
Yeah, that's too quick. It's too quick from go to a double and then get stopped.
I understand, but when you're going and you're not trying to progress anymore, and you go into a defensive. Neutral position.
How long was Conor on his thing and they didn't stop it?
I don't give a shit about the Conor fight. We're not talking about
I'm just saying Conor's
we're talking about this ref. We're talking about this ref.
I'm using that as an example.
Moment. I don't care because that's not the same ref.
He's not considered defenseless until he goes like this.
And he did.
When he has, but only for a second.
It doesn't matter. The guy had seen enough to say, this guy's fucking out of it. This guy could be completely out of it. And he went into an immediate... He got punched like 3 times. Just doing this, maybe 3 or 4 times. Like, because Usman's a strong guy.
Back of the head, Dan.
Was not to the back of the head. Shut up. I'm just saying, I think with that fight as good as it was, it made me a lot more excited for round 2.
Yeah. People are just saying that Kamaru Usman's going to destroy him. It's not true.
I don't know. I don't know where to put it. Here's the thing. Covington does not step up his striking game. I mean, Usman is definitely the superior striker. Like, hands down. Usman is the superior, more accurate, lethal striker. Covington does a lot of volume. Which was fucking up Usman in the early rounds. Like, it was fucking with his flow. But what did Usman do? He did it like a true champion. He got patient. He started holding back, not falling for the overwhelming Covington coming in, and he placed his shots. And it only took a couple to really hurt him, and it was done. And those body shots, Usman was dropping body shot, like hurting him. Dude, every time Usman would punch him in the body, like you would see like his body would just convulse, like fuck, like
We're
you
gonna
know.
have to see who's gonna do it.
Covington, I do believe. I hate to say this, but I think he'll get beat. Like,
Me too, but I want him to win.
And me too. But unless he has radically changed his game and actually worked on like his game heavily, because he was a Division I wrestler, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Right? No wrestling in that first fight. None. But Usman just has nasty takedown defense. Like
Well,
nasty.
Kamaru Usman's a wrestler too.
Right. Like, but he just has amazing takedown. I don't know, man. If it's the same thing.
Yeah, but what you don't know is Kobe Covington, not his head coach, one of his head coaches now is a black belt in judo and in jiu-jitsu, so I think he's been working on a lot of this stuff.
I hope so. I mean, I really do. I hope that he comes out and just has a dominant performance. Because I like Usman. Maybe not as he is a great fighter. It's just I want to see some. I want to see maybe an American win. Like that's just kind of where I'm at. I'm sick of all these African champions. Like fuck out of here. I always see some Americans back in there winning. Because there's 3 African champions right now, right? I think there's 3.
Yeah.
Ngannou, Usman, and Adesanya.
Yeah. I don't know if was Kamaru Usman born in Africa though, or was he born in America?
I think he was born in Africa, and then he moved to the United States like early in his life or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like Nagano's like a legit African though. Like that motherfucker's an African. That dude.
Yeah, I consider him like from the homeland.
Yeah, he that motherfucker's legit. But he also did not get discovered. He got discovered in France. I guess where he got trained out of. But I mean that guy got to get where he got. It was good for him. But anyway. So UFC 265 or 266, whatever it is, this weekend. I will be keeping an eye on it. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm probably
not gonna watch it.
I'm not gonna. I will pay for it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you have to pay for this one.
Oh yeah, this is UFC.
Who's on it besides Derek Lewis and this other guy?
Amanda Nunes was supposed to be on it, but she pulled out because she got COVID. I mean, honestly, like no one else. There's Angela Hill's on there. I think Chiesa is on there. Yeah, Chiesa's on there too. Dude, do you know his UFC story?
Who?
Michael Chiesa?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you do. You know who that is. You know who it is. Chiesa, it's like Chiesa. Chiesa, Michael.
I don't know who this guy is.
He's like used to have like long hair. You do look him up. Very quickly. Look him up very quickly because it's so cool. He was on UFC, I think season 15, and his dad died in the middle of the fucking the season, and he went and took like 2 days like to go bury his father. Came back and he won the whole thing.
Oh, this guy. This guy's like a submission guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know this guy. I know him a little bit, but
he's good.
I've seen this guy fight. Yeah.
He used to be a lightweight. Now he's a welterweight, I think.
Yeah, I think he's like good at grappling.
Yeah, he's nasty. But anyway, so interesting fights this weekend. Go check him out. We'll see you later.
Is this guy a 10th Planet guy?
I think so, yes. Actually, I think so. I'm not really sure. But anyway, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Zoobox Podcast. It has been a kind of a skeleton crew here recently. There's a pussy on the screen. He's so black he just gets swallowed by the green screen. That's a cute damn cat, man. It's been a pleasure, everybody.
Farm raised. This came from the farm.
He just keeps disappearing. Look at him. He just disappeared. Ah! That's
came from the farm, Dan.
It's a beautiful cat.
That's a really nice cat.
Well, we will talk to you guys later. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Go check out my other channel, Generation Y. We'll be doing an episode tomorrow. I hope you guys all have a great day or night or evening or whatever it is. We'll see you later.
Big ass, cracker ass, bitch ass motherfuckers. Big ass, cracker ass, bitch ass motherfuckers. They be out there, they be out everywhere. Watch your back. Watch your back. These boys are made of grease.